for Lockdown VIP Weekend. Details available at shoptna.com. And speaking of Lockdown, we will see tag team action inside the cage in Cincinnati this Sunday. It's going to be Inc. versus the British Invasion versus Orlando Jordan and Eric Young versus Crimson and Scott Steiner. A four-way tag in the cage this Sunday in Cincinnati.
So this is like a preview of that, a captain's match per se, even though we don't know if these are the actual captains.
Four singles competitors representing those four teams. First pin, first submission to win it as Douglas Williams, the British Invasion, starts off against Inc.'s Jesse Neal.
I mean, it's a great opportunity come this Sunday at Lockdown for one of these teams to move up in the rankings, more or less, of the tag team division here. Look at this. We've seen
the history between these two, Shannon Moore and Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. It's all about disrespect. We saw how Shannon Moore disrespected Big Papa Pump. Shannon wiped his backside with the chain headgear that Scott Steiner always wears.
Yeah, definitely showing no respect towards Scott Steiner, and that's kind of the MO of Shannon Moore. He kind of does what he wants, when he wants, and doesn't really care what anybody thinks, including his own partner at times.
Yeah. Quick side slam here by Orlando Jordan leads to a pin as, again, we see Shannon Moore and Scott Steiner communicating around the ringside area. Orlando Jordan reels off the right.
And Orlando Jordan is, you know, very tough guy to prepare for. Jesse Neal able to drop Orlando, and Orlando getting himself out of the ring. So it's like you don't have to tag in the match here and kind of just jump in and out of here. Look at that.
This. Crimson showing the power, the authority. Suplex over on Jesse Neal. Goes for the pin and gets a near fall.
Yeah, pretty strong exploder suplex there. That's a similar throw that Scott Steiner's used for a long time. Steiner does a little different. There's more of a high crotch and a waist lock, where Crimson did it with a high collar and a high crotch.
And if you're Crimson, could you really have a better teacher, a better mentor, as Jesse Neal hits the crossbody from the second rope? Could you have a better teacher than Scott Steiner?
No. Impressive. Spear right there by Jesse Neal.
Full speed ahead as Jesse Neal connects with the spear on Crimson. And again, Shannon Moore in the face of Big Papa Pump.
Look at this. Just going and picking a fight, Shannon Moore is with Steiner.
You saw Jesse Neal, his Inc. tag team partner, not happy with Shannon's antics.
Look at this. Now you got Steiner just on a full-on assault.
Just manhandling Shannon Moore.
Doug Williams just landed right in his jaw, but all sorts of stuff going on out here.
Wait a minute.
Abyss, what the hell?
Oh, Abyss with the shot from behind. He just decked Crimson. Oh, I'll tell you what.
Wait.
This monster never forgets, does he?
That's exactly right. We've seen when Abyss was put on the shelf, Janice was driven in the back of Abyss by Crimson.
And this is the payback for the monster Abyss. Crimson gets to his feet. Abyss has got that steel guardrail laid out on the arena floor.
Payback, so you know what?
Watch out here. God, choke slam right onto the guardrail, right onto the steel on the concrete. This thing has broken down. Referee Jackson James trying to maintain control here as Orlando gets shot off into the corner. Avoids Douglas Williams coming in.
Orlando, even though he's outlandish and he does some uncomfortable, freaky things there.
He's got that vicious side, though, doesn't he?
Sure does.
Running clothesline. Here's the cover. Gets two, and Williams kicks out before three.
God, it would suck to get pinned by a guy wearing what Orlando's wearing, I'll tell you that.
Here's Magnus in.
Well, look at Orlando. I'm sorry, Eric Young with the referee. Eric's confused. He doesn't know what's, his kind of brain's always scrambled.
British Invasion with the double team, and Eric Young cuts off Magnus. Eric bails out to the floor. Orlando Jordan's got Douglas Williams.
Look at him.
Oh, God. Nailed him. He calls that the gender bender. Bet you're not surprised. On top for the pin and gets three. Orlando Jordan.
Very impressive right there. A lot of moving parts, and Orlando Jordan got the win. Let's see what happens come lockdown this Sunday when these four teams have at it inside a steel cage in Cincinnati, Ohio, baby.
You know, now might not be the best time to be playing video games. Relax. I did not come here to fight you. Besides, I don't feel like getting kicked in the jaw again.
What are you here for, Bubba?
Just here to give you a little heads up. Hogan is gonna make you an offer. An offer that you should not refuse. I've known you a long time. We got a ton of history together. Let me put it in terms that you can understand. This time, the grass is greener on the other side. And there's less seeds, too. That's always good, right?
Yeah.
Listen.
Okay.
Saw what happened to Anderson?
He's an asshole.
Yeah, he is an asshole, but you saw what happened to him, and you don't want that happening to you. Just a little heads up. Maybe you should take the advice this time.
Still to come, a huge six-man tag team match. It's Hernandez, the Pope, and Jeff Jarrett versus Matt Morgan, Samoa Joe, and Kurt Angle.
And the first of our best-of-3 series to determine the man advantage for this Sunday's Lethal Lockdown match. Ha! This bad boy's next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing, first of all, representing Immortal from Cameron, North Carolina, Matt Hardy.
It is time for the first of 3 matches tonight, ordered by the network. It's Immortal versus Fortune, as we are going to determine who has the numbers edge, who has the man advantage for the Lethal Lockdown match this Sunday in Cincinnati. And representing Immortal in this match, it's the cold-blooded Matt Hardy, but it looks like he's got backup.
Yeah, well, that's his teammates right there. I mean, the Nation Boy Ric Flair, Bully Ray, and Abyss. All 4 of these men are members of Immortal. Will collide in the Lethal Lockdown match this Sunday, as you said, Mike, against Fortune. Well, I'll tell you what, it's the first of 3, as you said, and I'd like to see how Matt Hardy does here with his opponent, who's coming out right now.
And now, introducing his opponent, he is the TNA X-Division Champion of the World, representing Fortune,
Well, when Immortal faces Fortune in the Lethal Lockdown cage war this Sunday in Cincinnati, and we see Kazarian's got some Fortune backup as well. This 8-man match on Sunday, it starts off 1-on-1, but then in intervals, it's 2-on-1, 3-on-2, 4-on-3. This is the first in the best-of-3 match series tonight here on Impact, where we will find out who has the man advantage. It's the X-Division champion Kazarian representing Fortune.
Well, the man advantage is vital. Oh, hold on, little referee Earl Hebner here. Look at this. Oh, he's sending Fortune to the back. Looks like Fortune's telling Beer Money and Daniels are telling Hebner, we'll tell him to go back. I don't blame him.
Senior official Earl Hebner laying down the law to Fortune.
Not kidding.
You can see Fortune not happy with that. Looks like Immortal's going to get the thumb as well.
I guess that's fair by Earl Hebner. It is fair. Oh, my God, look at Flair's foot.
Absolutely, it's fair. It's the right call, and you can see how PO'd both Fortune and Immortal are at the ruling of our senior official Earl Hebner, but it is the right call. These matches, this best-of-3 series tonight, too important because they determine who has the man edge, the numbers game advantage. Sunday in the Lethal Lockdown match, Earl Hebner recognizes that back. Crucifix drop down. Kazarian almost wins it right at the opening bell.
Smart. Another
Got him
scoop
again,
of
big
this.
roll-up.
Well, smart. I like what Kazarian's game plan is, trying to get very quick pinfalls, the kind of shock and awe mentality on Matt Hardy, but it didn't work.
Kazarian elevated to the apron. Connects with the shot. Oh, and Matt Hardy kicking the ring ropes. That crutched Kazarian on his way in.
Real veteran move there. Look at Hardy.
Just neck breaker.
Oh, my God.
That's the cold-blooded attitude of Matt Hardy. Goes right in for the pin.
And that's what Matt Hardy kind of, since he's came here to TNA, that's what he's all about. Cold-blooded. Felt like his whole career he's done the right thing and been a quiet boy in the business, in the locker room area, and all this jazz, and he just feels like it's time to just change. Not be a nice guy anymore. He aligns himself with a model. I like what Matt Hardy's done since he's been here in TNA.
And Taz, look at the offensive tactics of Matt Hardy. Totally focusing on the neck of Kazarian.
Yeah, well, excellent game plan. He caught Kazarian. Hardy caught Kazarian with a nasty neck breaker in the ropes. And that's the game plan for Matt Hardy.
This is the first of 3 matches in the best-of-3 series. Kazarian in a tough way right here.
Neck, watch his neck here. You see he's coming.
Oh, my God.
God almighty.
The whiplash effect of that.
Oh, my God.
Neck and throat
that's
across
gotta be
the steel cable.
Got him. That was, I've seen many guys over the years do that slingshot type maneuver. I've never seen it that intense and violent the way that was done there by Hardy. And now with this cravat, again, as you said, Mike, pointing out and singling out the neck of Kazarian.
This is the first of our best-of-3 series. Still to come tonight, Fortune and Immortal will be James Storm versus the Monster Abyss. Robert Roode scheduled to face Ric Flair, if necessary, in match number 3 of the best-of-3.
Now the Matt Hardy, he might be setting up for a twist of hate. Yep.
Caught
Here
him
it
with
comes.
the boot.
Here it comes. Oh!
Excellent reversal. Perfect counter backslide. Kazarian gets 2.
Well, the X-Division champion, Kazarian, he's quick, man. He could, going for a side effect, but Kazarian getting out of it.
Roll through. Shoulders of Hardy down for 2.
The neck, I mean, it's hard for Kazarian to really follow up. Oh, got it. That side effect hit.
Hardy cover. Hebner counts 2. Kazarian gets the shoulder up before 3.
Again, how important a win here is for either of these men. For